Right, ladies and gentlemen, Mark Crossfield here, hitting the Ping i59s, the i59s. New forged blade iron, I guess we call it a blade. It's got the tiniest little bit of kind of hollowing out the back. Yeah, wowzers. How good do these look, eh? Would you use a Ping blade, or do Ping have to do chunky in your mind? In the comments down below, let's see what the i59 will offer your golf game. So we're looking at precision irons from Ping here. It's all about precise and tall and forged, all those words you would expect for this kind of looking club. We're looking at a very thin, narrow top line, not the longest of blade length, nice squat little blade lengths. So we're looking at a real player's club, for whatever that means. You know, we are talking the looks that those tall players and what we aspire to be kind of say they are looking for. So let's collect some data for you with them. We'll do a little test at the end as well as we go. Starting off with the 5-iron, and yeah, it looks slender, it looks tour inspired, it makes me feel like it's going to launch slow. These are all key phrases that Ping are saying about this club. I call that slightly toey, and it's done okay-ish, but you feel it, like I felt that move. You got next to no offset down there. Ping have made in this set of irons for years now some of the best looking blades, I think, which is quite ironic considering the history of Ping is so far removed from this club. Get that one slightly better. It's a real solid feel. Oh, that isn't the longest 5-iron in the world. Better speed up a bit. These are players' clubs. They're going to show me up a little bit. So solid, it's interesting, isn't it? Because solid to me means soft. Like they feel like a solid chunk of metal. It's making quite like a dulled down impact. Like you don't feel like you're getting any ting out of them compared to, like, you know, the big cavity backs, which is again exactly what the better player would want from this kind of club. There's a proper hit on that one. Like the left, but look how much further on that's gone. That's a proper strike. Yeah, there you go. Proper distance on that as well. Just hit a few more 5s just to see if we can get a good array of distance out there. And that's what I would worry about, is the drop-offs in an iron like this, because I haven't hit 5-irons like this for years. I've always chunked it up a bit more. Maybe in the comments down below, what's the longest iron you would game when it comes to something this slender? You know, are you happy in a 5? Would you go to a 4? Do you want it chunkying up when you get to 6s and 5s? Where would it be? I mean, for me, it's my 6-iron upwards. I want it to start really moving, you know, away from this kind of idea. That one's clean, so at the bottom, so in theory it isn't going to help me, but look at it, it's getting out there absolutely fine. And that's the thing when it comes to game improvement, so much of it is looks, this looks, and kind of you look down at it and think, you know, I'm going to struggle to get distance, and if I miss hit this, it's going to punish me. But when you actually do the maths on it, it's so tiny, it's hard to see the difference between this and something ridiculously chunky. When it comes to bladed irons, like that's looking as good as anything. Feels as solid, soft, responsive as anything as well. We get a proper hit and actually some direction on that one. And again, like the carry's getting much up more nearer 185 kind of stuff, which is where I'd want a lofted 5-iron like this to go. 7-iron next, you can see it looks, again, very thin sole. Top line, no offsets, not the longest blade length, like it's just stunning. And it is always been one of the best looking 7-irons out there. I love the little white line on the bottom, so the bottom groove is whited out, which Ping have done for years, and I've always liked that. Yeah, it feels so sweet, like as good as anything. That's going not far off those first 5-irons. Right, as I collect a bit more data, should we see what Ping are actually saying about these clubs? What is the sell? Is there actually any tech in here? So it's a forged iron, laser cut, 17-4SS face. It's got a alumini core insert, forged 1025 carbon steel body. It's plasma welded and it's machine faced groove, hosel and toe geometry. So it's precision made, 100% inspection, forging on the heat treatments. It's all about precision, but you've got high MOI. So they've got plugs in the heel and the toe, which are giving some level of MOI, equivalent of their i210 iron. iron is what Ping is saying. And you've got the new Micro Max grooves, so friction face. It's you've got 4 extra grooves, I think, on this club is what they're saying. So it reduces flyers in the short irons, maintains spin in the long irons, which is obviously, again, a real precision-based scoring ideas. So they're happy with the new forged construction, superior impact experience, lower launching consistent ball speeds, and tighter dispersion from that spin control is kind of the overview that Ping is saying these irons are going to provide you. Also, you've got the Hydro Pearl 2.0 finish. Again, everything in there is trying to keep that spin consistent in the right areas for this club. So you can see it's all about precision, isn't it, with this iron, which is what you would want. Obviously, controlling the spin is something that's so key to hitting the ball the same distance each time. The thing you're going to find when you're out on the course is that there's so many situations where spin is being ripped away from you. So anything that's going to try and keep that up, so the different groove pattern, so the Hydro Pearl finish, all those ideas, even though they might not show through in a batch of 30 hits, say, like you hit 30 with one and 30 with the other, you know, you might have to hit hundreds to find these small differences. If there's a situation on the course over the year where it does play out to have a few more revs and it just holds the back of the green, you might not even know that, but it's come through and hopefully saved you. So, you know, it's tiny little envelope shifts, but if it is shifting that envelope a little bit, there might be a few occasions where it does actually come out and help you on the course. Really what I'm looking at is one of the best looking kind of bladed irons you can buy, while at the same time feeling fantastic. And obviously those MOI claims are pretty out there as well. You know, the iron they're comparing it in their range is quite a different looker. You know, it's much more cavity backed, a little bit of offset. It's a very different looking iron. So if you're getting that level of MOI in this club, in effect, you are now opening up this club to a wider range and audience of golfers, aren't you? So maybe some different handicap sets. That feels so good. So 9-iron before we go into the game. Again, you're getting lovely top lines, nice little rounded top line, straightish front, really nice little squat blade length. There's a little plug hole at the back, at the toe, sorry. And then you get the tuning port as well, which you've had in Ping for ages. This simply helps them get their dotting system bent around for each of their custom fit designs. Oh yeah, that 9-iron's just, that's going to blend with your kind of performance wedges perfectly. Again, that just feels so solid and responsive. There's no fire in it. You know, it feels what I put in comes out, and we're going to see that, I'm sure, in the numbers. You know, true-ish spinning and flighted numbers. No cheats, no ripping spins away. I'm guessing just, you know, a 9-iron going what I expect a 9-iron to go. Remember as well, in the Ping nowadays, you get the Arcos, which is great for people who wanna. You can ignore that, so the Arcos in the top here. You can collect your stats with your club, see if they're actually making you any better. You can choose to turn that on or not. I don't mean on the club, as in connect it to your phone and set up an account and off you go. To be honest with you, I'm shocked more companies aren't putting stats packages in their club as standard. But I understand as well, lots of people just want to play for fun, don't want stats. So, you know, I get it as well. The fact that you can just use it or not is a good thing. Like the 9-iron feels fantastic. Looks second to none. I think they're up there with the best kind of this bracket club that you could ever try. Feel soft. They don't feel, you know, they feel good for this bracket club. Again, the forged idea, you want them soft. They feel soft. They look great. I do love the grips that they put on Pings always as well. These grips feel absolutely delicious. But obviously that's all custom fittable for whatever you want. Should we look at the numbers? I reckon we're going to see as true as can be. So 4-iron carrying 183 average, spinning at 4.5. 7-iron carrying 162 average, spinning at nearly 6,000. And then the 9-iron carrying 136 average, spinning at 7.1. Just true, very, very true to what I'd expect numbers. Same shot patterns with each club, that little fade, 9-iron obviously staying that little bit straighter. You give me that little bit loft, something more loft on it, and it's harder to hit my curve on it. It tends to go a little bit straighter, which is something you'll see in most fits for lots of golfers. And then if we look at the backspin, standard deviation on the backspin, 400 revs, 200 revs, 200 revs. These are the things you're going to want really, really tight. So if the standard deviation on the spins is really tight, my performance obviously is in place, and then if my performance is in place, we want that ball landing in a precise area each time, which leads us to our game. Let's start with a 5-iron then in the I-59s. We're at the 17th here at Pebble Beach, and this little bit of green back right, well back left, sorry, where the pin is tiny. 192 flag. I never hit this little bit of green, so I need the most precision I can get. Let's see, 5-iron, how many do you reckon I can get on the green? So hit the green. Let's say out of 5 shots, in the comments down below, we have one of the most precisionally made irons out there. How many can I hit at 192? Out of 5. Gotta be on the green. Come on, don't be cruel. So I've aimed up the left to cut it, and I haven't, and that's gonna go in the water. No. Wanted my little feather. Well, let's try that again. I'm gonna aim at the left, see if I can get a little bit of feather on this one. There it is. Right, did I get all of that? Not quite. Go! Now set, now set. This is now set. Precision my spin. There we go. We're on. 12 foot. Yes, please. Oh, get up. Got to strike it better than that. Oh, I just can't hit this green. So small, that target. Right, next 2. Got to hit the green. I'm going to aim more at the pin now and play that pattern. It's just not working, is it? There we go. Is that going to? The trouble is, if you go right, that's perfect. There we go. Now sit. Precision. Stop! Yes! All right, that's 2 from 4. One more. Gonna aim again, pin, bound. Interesting, I'm not fading this one as much as I'd expect. That just needs to hang on to the left. It's the same as the last one, but it's going a bit further. Will it stop that bit quicker? Stop! Oh, precision my spin. Precision it. 2 from 5. Oh. Those last 2 weren't that bad. So let's see what comes out in these last ones. You can see what's coming out. So I've got an average carry of 190, standard deviation of 3. I've gone slightly lower on this one. 4.3, 4.8, 4.2, 4.7, 4.4. So 4.5 spin with a standard deviation of 226 revs. I mean, it's pretty consistent. It's my precision isn't there. The precision is there. If you look at this, you know, this is decent dispersion with one wild one there. One slightly short to catch the bunker. Started to get into a pattern at the end when I found my aiming point. I think what you're getting with these clubs is some of the best looking and the best feeling irons in this bracket. You're getting precision ideas, hydropole they've talked about for a long time, controlling spins. You know, they're a little bit like the Mercedes in the car world, aren't they? What they're doing now, other people will be doing in years to come. Like, that's where it often goes in the golf world. Can I see the differences in these to the last ones from the claims that they're making? No, I can't. I think you can see the variance in me is going to be so big. You're talking thousands and thousands of shots where there would still be questions on if that data is useful or not, because it is still so close. I think what you're getting is one of the best looking clubs in this bracket, along with feeling, and probably some of the most tech that you would get in this bracket of club as well, if you're into that. At the end of the day, as you can see when you put me on a tough hole, if my performance isn't good enough, nothing's gonna save the day. But at least I've got some clubs that I love the look and feel of, as no day is saved. What do you think down below? Would you use them? Could you use them? Could you hit this green at 192 better than me? 2 out of 5. Come on, not good enough. But yeah, they look, feel fantastic as always. Ping just never really. They don't really put many feet wrong, do they? They just make such good equipment.